Hi, everyone. My name is Caitlynne Medrek. I am the voice of Dawn on Total Drama Island. Greetings, citizens of the universe. I am Dawn, and I'm recording this for the purpose of participating in Total Drama Revenge of the Island. And Pan in Dragon Ball GT, Kamehameha! And you're watching the Boys Podcast.
Greetings, citizens of the universe. I am Dawn, and I am recording this for the purpose of participating in Total Drama Revenge of the Island. Oh, hello there, blessed little one.
And Dawn!
Your aura is exceptionally purplish green. Oh, it suits you, though.
How did you... You're not even wet!
Oh, I used a shortcut.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Voice Podcast. My guest today is a voice actress, director, producer, entrepreneur, host, and owner of YYC Princess. You may have heard her voice as Pan in the Blue Water dub of Dragon Ball GT, Dawn in Total Drama Revenge of the Island, and you have seen her as Claire Daniels in Out with Dad. Sorry about that. Grace Stussy in Fargo, the TV series, and many more. So welcome, Miss Caitlynne Medrek. Welcome, Caitlynne.
Hi, Joe. Thanks for having me.
It's not
Love with your background. All of the Dawn merch that you got back there. Chef's kiss.
Thank you. Yeah, also, I don't know if you noticed too, I got some green on, trying to get some,
Magic. Yes, I love it.
Yes, I got you. So, Caitlynne, what have you been up to? How are you doing?
I'm so good. I just relocated to Vancouver, BC. They call Vancouver Hollywood North. So I'm living my Hollywood dreams, walking by the ocean and in the rainforest every day. And things are pretty magical out here. So we're feeling pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, like yesterday was kind of rainy a little bit.
Yes.
But now I'm doing a little bit, I'm doing better, I'm doing pretty good. Yesterday I also posted my interview with Ben Schwartz. I don't know if you've heard of his work.
Amazing. Yeah. That's so awesome. Yeah, I'm going to watch it right after this.
Thank you. I love doing these interviews because I don't know if my mom told you I did these to help cheer people up during this tough time, the pandemic. I did these to help spread positivity, help cheer people up,
Yeah. Positivity is so important. Even now, post-pandemic, it's so important, The world could definitely use it. So grateful for what you're doing and the positivity you're putting in the world. It's amazing.
Thank you. I like the positivity you put with your YYC Princess. It's really cool how you make those princess things. It's really cool.
Thank you so much. It definitely was my heart and soul over the past 5 years. I am running it remotely now, so it's a bit crazy stepping away from my baby and my passion, but all of my performers and princesses are amazing. So I know they're out there spreading that positivity and magic even if I'm not with them.
I like it. I like that. So Caitlynne, what made you want to become a voice actress and an actress? And who would you say is your biggest inspiration? Voice acting and acting.
Okay, great question. I kind of fell into voiceover work. I know that a lot of voice actors you've interviewed have said that, voiceover work sort of just happened to them. I was a competitive dancer as a child, and I loved the stage so much. So one day my mom was like, "Oh, why don't you try theater as well?" Auditioned for The Wizard of Oz, booked the role of Toto at 10 years old, and loved it. After that, I sort of just kept, changing my path from competitive dancing to theater. And I did Sound of Music at Stage West. And one of the other child actors that was in Sound of Music also was doing voiceover work. And they were like, "Kate, you'd probably be really good at voiceover work too." So I went to the studio, I did a general audition, and I booked 65 episodes of Dragon Ball GT right off the bat. So I've sort of grown up in the studio, specifically Blue Water in Calgary. I've been, in that studio since I was 10 years old, and they are, the people that raised me alongside my parents, and it's a second home for sure.
That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
The origins of the legendary Caitlynne Medrek.
You're so sweet. Thank you. I need you in my pocket all the time just so I can pull you out when I'm having a bad day.
Yeah, that's really cool. You've done so many cool roles too, over voiceover, acting. Really cool.
Thank you so much. I love it. It's truly the only thing I feel like I'm put on this earth to do is tell stories. So any medium that I can do that in is a medium that makes me feel like I have a purpose in the world. So that's good.
I like that. Now, what's your favorite voice acting role you've done? And can you do the voice of your favorite character, and then favorite acting role you've done?
Oh my goodness. Joe, coming in with the hot questions. Okay, I'm getting over a cold, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to nail the voices, but okay, let's think. My favorite voiceover role. I really loved doing Arthur. Arthur was like, I grew up watching Arthur, so the fact that it was still running and on TV at a time where I was able to be a part of it was like really special. I know they just wrapped up the series, which is crazy. I think they went 25 years, between like I think 23 and 25 years, which is crazy for a show. So I got 2 episodes of Arthur when I lived in Toronto. Her name was Kaylee Lamont. It was an episode all about hurricanes, actually, and Muffy having to move out of her home because it was, you know, in the flood area of a hurricane. So I got to play one of her new friends at the hurricane shelter. Her name was Kaylee. Let's see if I can do her voice. Kaylee Lamont, mayor of the shelter.
Whoa, that's really cool. That's really cool.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you.
If you don't mind, can you do some of Dawn? I'll probably. You've seen me for weeks. So.
Okay, we'll try it. We'll try it again. I'm a little gross, but Greetings, citizens of the universe. I am Dawn, and I am preparing this interview with the hopes of participating in Total Drama Revenge of the Island. Oh, it's a little scratchy. I'm so sorry. Hello there, blessed little one.
That is, oh my god, I'm sorry, because Total Drama is my favorite show of all time. So, oh my god, let me do that.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I will send you a recording when I'm not so stuffed up as well to really just like solidify that for you.
Wow, that was so cool, Caitlynne. Thank you.
Anytime, Joe. Thank you.
I think isn't that Dawn's audition tape from her?
It was, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I like that.
Oh, it's iconic, really.
They did her dirty though. How they voted her off, like stupid Scott. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean.
I know. You know what's really interesting about Total Drama? I don't know if anybody else has told you this tidbit of information, but it is like a real reality show. So they don't tell us when we're getting voted off the island. We just get the scripts every week, and then, you know, I would always flip to the back and be like, okay, is it me this week? Is it me this week? I only made it 5 episodes, unfortunately, but it was the best 5 episodes. No regrets.
Nice. Okay. But what's called Scott should have been voted off though, because what he did, he is like a traitor, like you said.
I know, right? I know. Classic Scott.
Now, if you also wouldn't mind, could you do the voice, if you could, of Pan?
Okay, Pan is a tough one because I was 12 years old when I did Pan. So it was really just my normal voice, only I was like a small child. So I don't know if I can technically do her voice, but I can give you a Kamehameha blast if you want.
Sure.
Okay. Kamehameha!
That's see, that's really cool. Like how you could change your voice, Caitlynne. That's really cool.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Have you ever tried to change your voice?
I try. I'm not the best. I could do like some. Do you know who Mr. Hanky is from South Park?
Of course, yes.
Oh god, it's bad.
Let's do it. Let's hear it, Joe. Let's hear it.
Okay. Okay. Howdy, it's me, Mr. Hanky.
It's perfect. Yes, it's perfect.
Thank you. No.
So good.
Now, what's your favorite acting role you've done? Like all your roles in acting, though.
Okay. I love all of the roles that I've done. I feel like I've got a really awesome like melting pot of every TV show and movie that I've done have been very different from the last. So I feel lucky in that way. But I gotta say my 2 favorites were both Toronto based at this current time. I did a movie called Blood Riders, and I was shot in the face with blood, I think 21 times over 3 weeks. I just played this really awesome, innocent little character who just ended up killing everyone by accident. So I was constantly getting blood cannons to the face. We stayed in a house, all the actors together, for 3 weeks, and it was just an absolute blast. So you can rent Blood Riders on YouTube if you're interested. I think it's like $6.99 or something. It's definitely like a cult classic. It's definitely aged, but every time I go back and watch it, I'm like, this movie is so amazing. Whether it's just like the memories I have associated with it or it still really holds up. I love Blood Riders, so definitely check it out. And I loved working on Out with Dad. Out with Dad was so special because it had so much impact globally. It wasn't just, Canadian audiences we were reaching or, North American audiences. We were reaching people all over the globe in a time where stories about LGBTQ plus children were not really happening yet. So we were a little bit revolutionary in that way, and doing projects that help people and change their lives are like cream of the crop. So those 2 projects were very special to me.
Can you walk me through like the audition process? Like, how did you get the role of Dawn?
Yeah, sure. I actually didn't audition for Dawn. I auditioned for a couple different characters, and I think a version of Dawn that was quite different from what she ended up being. So I didn't originally audition for her, and I do believe there was a different character that I was in the running for. Whether or not these characters made it into the final project, I don't remember. But I do know that I went in auditioning for somebody totally different, and then me and my version of Dawn was kind of a co-creation, I would say, a little bit. Yeah.
Do you know what characters you auditioned for? Because they made the cut. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I would never be able to remember. It was so long ago. But yeah, what I loved too was that Dawn was also brought on to Skatoony as well, which was another cartoon show, and she got to be featured in that as a game show contestant. So I do love that Dawn got a little bit of redemption as well on a different game show. But I don't think she won that episode either. I think she got kicked off.
Now, favorite total drama character other than Dawn?
Ooh, I think Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's yours other than Dawn?
Ooh, probably. Do you remember Brick in your season?
Yes, of course. Yes, Brick. Yeah.
Brick or Owen?
Oh, okay. Good choices. Yes.
Thank you. I actually believe I interviewed both Owen and Lindsay too on the podcast, the voice people of them.
Yes, that's right. I watched your interview with Lindsay. It was pretty awesome. That's not her real name, but yeah.
Thank you. If Dawn was like a winner of a season, what do you think she would spend the money on?
I think she would spend it on nature and her animal friends. I do. I think she'd probably donate a whole bunch to the SPCA and probably not save much of it for herself, unless it was like moving to an elephant sanctuary and like spending her days with the elephants in Africa, or who knows, but it would definitely be animal related for sure.
Wow.
Yeah. She might even like join Greenpeace or like start her own like, charity, not-for-profit animal nature protection agency for sure.
I can see she's a nice character. Like, she cared about others, but stupid Scott. I'm sorry, but
Dang it, Scott. No.
Now, I don't know if you heard about the 2 new seasons of Total Drama. Did you hear anything about them, Caitlynne?
I haven't. Do tell.
Apparently, there's 2 new seasons coming to HBO Max of Total Drama. They don't know when to be out yet.
Wow.
But it's coming soon. So apparently, like the 2 new seasons, they're thinking about maybe against like some old characters, like older, like from your generation, like your cast or something. Like, they're thinking about doing that, or they're also thinking about doing like a whole new cast. They don't know yet. I've been hearing mixed things.
That's awesome. I feel like the fans would really appreciate a Dawn cameo somewhere.
Yes.
I mean, I know I would appreciate it, but truthfully, like, the fans loved Dawn, and you're right, they did do her a little dirty. So if they ever wanted to invite her back, I would definitely say that I'm available.
But she's like in the finale, she's against Scott. She beats.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, have a Scott and Dawn war. Love it.
That'd be cool. And then I was like, when I was asking like a couple days ago, Brian Froud, the one, because I'm posting him in a couple of weeks or a week or two, he told me, because I asked him, oh, the 2 new seasons, he did this. When I asked him if he's going to be in it or not. So he might.
Okay. There you go.
He might be in it. He might come back.
Maybe. That's awesome.
Because that'd be cool though. If Dawn did come back, I'm like, come on, like,
yeah, absolutely.
That'd be cool. Now, if you were really on an island, what 3 famous people, dead or alive, would you bring with you on your island?
Oh gosh. Okay. 3 famous people I would bring with me. Okay. My first answer is Shirley Temple. I don't know if I'd want to bring like seasoned Shirley Temple, like end of her life Shirley Temple, or like little tap dancing Shirley Temple. I feel like little tap dancing Shirley Temple would be like entertainment, magic. I would learn so much from her, but I also feel that way about old Shirley Temple. So let's just say like Shirley Temple and see what version we would get. Who else? Okay. Maybe like Barack Obama. I think he would be like a fun time. I feel like he would be the one making the boat. He would be the one like doing the dirty work, but still like keeping a smile on his face and like, keeping everyone grounded and from like stop them from panicking or freaking out, that we're on an island together. So me, Barack, Shirley, and who would be the last person?
Who's Caitlynne?
Who is it gonna be? Oh, that is so tough. Let's go with. Oh, I really don't know. Let's go with. Let's go with Joe Zito.
Joe Zito.
You. Let's go with you. Me and you and Shirley Temple and Barack Obama. We're gonna have a great time on that island.
That would be a cool island though, We got the legend, Caitlynne, the legend, Yeah.
I think it would. Like we wouldn't be stranded there. Everyone would come hang out with us.
Yeah. That would be really cool. I like that. Good island, Caitlynne.
Perfect.
I fear it'd be like island, because like Total Drama Island, That's why.
Exactly. No, it's a great question. Brilliant. I wish I had thought about my answers prior, but I'm very happy with those answers. I think it's great.
Thank you. Now, is there a role you would love to do that you haven't done yet, but you want to do like a superhero time travel?
I would love to play twins.
Twins?
Yeah. Like play myself, but 2 different versions of myself, I think would be so fun. Like Lindsay Lohan, a la The Parent Trap style, would love that, or like, Orphan Black, Tatiana Maslany, would love that kind of role for sure. Yeah, I've done a couple cartoon animations where I've had to play 2 different characters. The one that I just most recently wrapped, which unfortunately I still can't talk about, but I just wrapped a cartoon and it was the best. And I got to play 2 characters, and oftentimes we had scenes together. So, it's making sure your voice is different enough, living in different worlds, different mannerisms in your voice. So, making sure that if I deliver this line and this character melodically, the other one is maybe a little bit more staccato. So yeah, finding ways to keep your voice different enough and the characters different enough, especially when it comes to animation. It's an absolute blast. Like it's my favorite thing to do on cartoon. I was gonna say on camera, but like not technically on camera, in a booth with my voice. So yeah, twins would be my answer.
Wow. I don't know if you knew, there's actually a pair of twins in Total Drama. Did you know that? There was.
Like actor wise?
Oh no.
Okay, cool. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Did they have the same voice actor play both of them?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Do you know who Brynne Mccauley is? She played Sammy and Amy. They were in the season Paktu Island.
Okay, cool. That's so awesome. The best.
Yeah. One was an evil twin and one was like a good twin.
Oh, yes, that's where it's at. Yes.
We'll cast you as twins today. Imagine that, like, after the new airs, like, they cast you as like a twins.
Be the dream.
Now, over the years of your career, do you still keep in touch with co-stars and directors you worked with, Caitlynne?
It's yes and no. I mean, I'm so grateful that we have social media to keep us in contact and keep everybody, up to date on the haps that's going on in each other's lives. But I think moving across Canada definitely has its challenges when it comes to staying in touch with people, because you get so immersed in the world that you're currently in. So unfortunately, when I left Toronto, I thank social media for allowing me to remain in touch with all of those people and those actors and directors that I met out in Ontario, but I'm definitely not as close with them anymore, because I became so immersed in the Calgary world and Alberta film and TV production. I feel like that was sort of my focus. And now that I'm in Vancouver, I'm hoping to sort of discover a whole new family and a whole new crew of amazingly talented artists out here as well. So I think that's what's so unique and special about film and TV and theater as well, is you become family with these people that you are working with so closely every day on set, or building up a play or musical from the ground up with these people for 6 weeks. And then all of a sudden, at the end of, shooting Fargo, at the end of shooting Out with Dad, we're never all going to be in the same room together ever again. It would take a miracle for that to happen. Even if it's premieres or red carpets or whatever it may be, you're not all there. So having that crew together in one place on that final day of shooting, or that last day on stage, it's so bittersweet, because you do kind of graduate, you do move on from these people, and you do have to say goodbye, knowing that that's a chapter that closed. So at the end of filming, when you're on set, your very last day of production, the director or AD will call, that's a series wrap on Caitlynne Medrek. And then all the cast and crew, they give you your applause. And it is like the most humbling and magical. I got goosebumps just thinking about it. Like, it's the most humbling and magical thing to know that you spent so much time with these people and getting so close to them. And then it's just done. And especially in film, when you don't necessarily shoot things in chronological order. So, you could be working on the last scene, but it's actually a scene that is like the beginning of the series. So it's kind of crazy how you have to wrap your mind around things. But I do look at it as if, a chapter is closing.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
So it's like that one song, A Whole New World.
A whole new world, a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or say hi to Joe and say, hey, we're finally streaming.
You have a beautiful voice. Sorry.
Thank you so much. I promise it's usually better when I haven't had a cold all week, but we're surviving.
You said you have a cold, you said?
I do, yes.
Believe it or not, Danielle, she's got a cold too, so maybe you'll cheer her up with her cold.
Absolutely. We will get through it. We will.
Wow. Now, who would you say is the coolest person that you have worked with in your whole career? Who's the coolest?
The coolest?
Cool.
I gotta say, okay, it's a tie. It's a tie between Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, of course. He played my dad in Fargo, and I try not to get starstruck when I'm on set. I try not to do my research and look into the people I'm working with, because I'd like to show up on set and just know that we're both here together. We are equals today. So obviously with Ewan McGregor, that was not possible. Everybody knows who Ewan McGregor is. And I grew up watching Big Fish and Moulin Rouge. Those were my jams. Me and my best friends in junior high made up dances to all of the Moulin Rouge songs. We were obsessed. So finding out that he was going to play my dad was whoa. And he sat down in the makeup chair next to me, and my face just was boop, beet red. I was so nervous, and turns out he's so cool. He's such a cool guy. Just so chill, so amazing. So Ewan is definitely one of the coolest people I have worked with. And then Laura Benatti as well. We did the Detour together. I got to do 2 episodes with her. And she's amazing. I did no research on Laura before we shot together. Turns out she's just like a Tony award-winning Broadway actress. She's the coolest. She just finished My Fair Lady on Broadway, I think maybe pre-COVID. Anyway, she's the coolest. And I had no idea who I was working with and standing next to. So the fact that she just was so humble and so kind. I looked at her at one point and I was like, so do you do theater, like musical theater as well? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, have you been on Broadway? And she was like, yeah. And I was, okay, no big deal. So she was really cool. Both of them just truly stellar stars.
Do you like Star Wars, Caitlynne, or?
Okay, and this is embarrassing, but I've only seen the 3 originals and the one with Natalie Portman. Good, what's her name?
Oh, Padme.
No,
Padme?
Is it Padme?
Well, yeah, she went by like a different name, but she becomes Padme. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that one. I know, I'm so bad. I haven't seen them. So maybe I'll put that on my list this weekend. But I do love the originals. Like, who doesn't?
Yeah.
So, embarrassingly.
I actually met, do you know who Hayden Christensen is from Star Wars?
Yes.
I met that guy in real life.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay. Was he nice?
Oh yeah, he was super cool. Like, he tapped my shoulder. I was like, I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my god,
That's awesome. So cool.
Yeah, and we had like a selfie too. It was so cool, super cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Great. I'm so glad to hear when, people who are your idols are kind and nice and, there's no reason to put any negativity in the world. There's enough of that already.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody should be nice to one another. Like, what's the point of being like a jerk, or you know what I mean?
Right? Doesn't it feel good to be nice? Like, I feel so good. I get like this natural euphoric high when I get to go into a store and just be nice to somebody. It's the world needs more of that for sure.
Yeah, more positivity, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what director taught you the most? Is there a director you want to work with, that you haven't worked with, but you want to work with?
Oh, okay. I think, yeah, Joe Zito is obviously a director I want to work with. He is so talented, so amazing. Yes. Number 1 on my list is Joe. Number 2, I would say, is Jason Lever, Out with Dad. I think because we worked so closely together and we all learned so much from each other and working on that series. It was like, we worked on that show for 3 years. So we all really grew up together and we got so many amazing experiences together. New York award shows, New York red carpets, LA red carpets. It was just a dream. And I think because we all got to grow together, I really, really admire Jason as a director. And I think one that I would love to work with is Taika Waititi.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Like, talk about somebody who's just absolutely brilliant. His comedy is just it's unparalleled to anything else. If you haven't watched any Taika Waititi movies, absolutely spend your weekend doing it. They're just, there's one, oh my gosh, I have such a bad memory, but it's about Hunt for the Wilder People. So good. It's about a little boy and his grandpa, and they go into the wilderness together. It's the best. I would love to be in one of his movies for sure.
What's the movie called? Sorry,
Hunt for the Wilder People.
I'll add that.
You can watch it on Netflix. Yeah, it's so good. So good.
I'm always looking for good recommendations. That sounds like a good movie when you were telling me.
Yes, and his comedy, I love the way he writes. I love the actors he finds, because he just finds actors that can play it so deadpan, and I love comedy. So yeah, amazing.
Nice. Yeah, because I feel wondering why I did that, because I actually want to become a director as a career, believe it or not.
Awesome. Joe, you can do anything you put your mind to. So don't say you want to become a director. You already are. Look at you go.
Thank you. As a hobby, I believe it or not, I try to write 10 pages a day.
Oh my gosh, good for you.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Yes, that's what it takes. That's all it is. Passion and hard work, and the right opportunities and doors will open for you.
Thank you. I'm actually, believe it or not, writing a comedy right now.
Are you? That's awesome. Comedies are the best.
Thank you, Kim.
You're very welcome.
Now, if you didn't go into like voice acting or acting, what do you think you would have done as a career instead? Or what other interesting hobbies do you have besides voice acting and acting?
Oh, I love this question. I am a scuba diver, and I think
Ooh.
scuba diving and the ocean is like the one thing I would leave acting for. If I got to like open a dive shop and swim and breathe under the ocean every day in like a tropical place, even like throw on a mermaid tail and be a professional mermaid. Like, I love the water. I'm definitely a water baby. I've been a scuba diver since I was 15, thanks to my dad. He was a dive master. And so, yeah, he kind of instilled the magic of the ocean in me, which I don't know if you've ever scuba dove before, scuba doved. Either way, I don't know if you have, but it is life changing. There's something about being like one of a handful of people that have done it. So few people, I think, get to see the bottom of the ocean, and it's such a special place. It's like, I think the closest thing you can get to being in outer space, but staying on planet Earth. And it's just the things you see down there and the things you hear, and you look at the surface of the ocean, and I think people forget that we need to save the ocean because they don't see what's under it. They look at it and they just see water, and they're like, yeah, it's fine, it's doing great. And you're like, no, but have you seen underneath? Because underneath is such a special place that we need to protect. So I'd be a scuba diver, definitely.
Wow. And what would you say is the coolest thing you've seen being underwater?
Okay, I dove in Turks and Caicos, and that was my first time seeing sharks. And just like casually, like, oh, there's one above me. Oh, look, there's another one. I saw 3 in my first dive in Turks and Caicos, and I was like, then my husband and we did Bahamas, and we did a shark feed. So you go under and you kind of just like float on the bottom of the sand, and they bring out all of this food, and all the sharks come and they swim around you and they like eat the food, and it's crazy. That one's a little bit more like what I would say like gimmicky, like a little more touristy, is like it's a planned feed. But seeing them in Turks and Caicos that first time, where they were just like doing their thing in their natural habitat, was spectacular. It was the coolest thing. And they're like puppies of the sea. Sharks get a really bad rap. They don't care about you as long as they're not hungry and you don't bother them. So I love sharks. I love sharks so much.
That's really cool. Wow. Now, like, do you have any other hobbies besides like scuba diving or hobbies?
Cosplaying is only my really like other hobby. I find like we're all of us on planet Earth right now are living in this strange time where we feel like our hobbies have to be something that make us money. I think we all forget that we can still have hobbies that are just hobbies. Not every hobby has to be something that puts money in our pocket. So it's tough to say like, what are my hobbies? Because I feel like so many of my hobbies I've been able to monetize and turn into something that I'm passionate about and can give to other people. Cosplaying obviously is a huge one for me. I love my Disney princesses. I did a Dawn cosplay on TikTok one time. Have you seen it? I did it to my own voice. Let me see if I can.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Kayla. That sounds cool. Not gonna lie, that sounds really cool.
Oh my gosh, thanks, Joe. If anybody's gonna appreciate it, it's you. So, but yeah, I did a Dawn cosplay. Didn't realize you could just like I could TikTok to my own voice, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, I have a huge, amazing warehouse space in Calgary where I keep all of my costumes and stuff. But it's for my company, so my girls, need it, and it has to stay there. But I've got like a bunch of it here in my studio.
That's
A whole bunch of costumes. Rapunzel, Cinderella, Merida, Anna are there. All my wigs like live on the bottom. Yeah, so I love cosplaying. I'm on Cameo as well. I do all the Disney princesses on Cameo. So if there's anybody watching that needs a little pick-me-up from one of their favorite princesses, check me out on Cameo. I love making magic, and I think my favorite hobby is making magic come to life for other people. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Do you have that TikTok?
I'm looking for it right now. Let me find it for you.
That's really cool. That sounds like really cool. That's wow. That sounds really cool.
Thank you so much. Let me see if I can find it. It was here we go. One of my first ones. All right. Are you ready?
Yes. Oh my God. It's Dawn. Sorry.
I am Dawn, and I am recording For the purpose of participating in total drama revenge of the island. Oh, hello there, blessed little one.
Oh my god.
There you go. Me as Dawn being Dawn.
That is so cool. I'm sorry, that's so cool.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you like it.
That's cool. Like how you dressed up as Dawn. You did it. Wow. That's dedication.
Thank you so much. I can thank my husband for the blue shirt and Amazon for the green one. So really went all out.
That's really cool. Wow. Now, since you like cosplay as princesses, do you have a favorite princess? Like,
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Yes, I do. I love Anna. She's my girl. Anna and I, Frozen came into my life at the perfect time, and Anna and I's stories were very parallel. Up until like movie number 2. And really when the pandemic hit and my company, like we lost all of our gigs, we lost everything in the film and theater industry. It was, I know everybody was affected by it in different ways. But the theater industry and live events really took a hit. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to continue my business. Like virtual princessing, it's an option, but everybody in their rabbit was suddenly, doing virtual stuff. And I was like, there has to be a better way. So we invented the Princess Parade, where everybody came and picked up their costumes from me contactless. We would all meet outside of the child's house in our own cars, which we call carriages. And then we would parade in front of their homes in our carriages. We would get out, we would all stay socially distanced, and we would do a birthday party, socially distanced from the child and from the other princesses for 2 years. And this expanded and grew and grew. Eventually we had an Olaf and a Sven in the back of our carriages. Elsa was popping out through the sunroof and like waving a ribbon as she drove up. And really my best friend, Sarah, she played Elsa and I got to play Anna. And it was just like, it was the perfect time in our life for those characters to come into our lives and then continue to change our lives as those characters grew too. So Anna is my girl. Yesterday was my 1-year vaccine anniversary and I did it as Anna because I was like, you know what? Anna's the girl that got me through all of COVID and I just had to celebrate by getting my first vaccine dressed as Anna. So I love her. I've got a whole drawer here of her like collectible toys. Like she's my girl. But if I'm doing like adult princesses, like my TikTok account is, adult comedy princesses, Ariel is my favorite. She's the best. She drinks martinis and she's a mom and she's so fun to play. So that was a very long answer, but thank you.
That was really touching how you said with the cars. I was gonna cry because that's really touching and nice.
Oh,
Caitlynne.
thank you. It was truly the most magical 2 years that I think like I needed just as much as the kids did. So yeah, really magical.
Like that. See, they like me. I like spreading positivity. You like spreading positivity.
It's so important, it's so important, especially at a time where kids had everything taken away from them. They're stuck inside, we got to be that 45 minutes, that hour reminder that like, you can still be a kid. You can still use your imagination, like, yes, the world seems scary, but remember that you don't have to worry about the scary parts. Like leave that to mom and dad, be a kid. Don't forget to play. So it was really special. I think altogether over the past 2 years, we did 400 princess trains.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know if I also told you too, believe it or not, I graduated virtually high school in 2020. Did I tell you that one? Okay.
Did you?
Yes.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's crazy. Did you get to have any sort of virtual graduation?
All they did was like show, remember the school pictures, how they take a picture of you for school? Do you remember those? They'd show my picture and say, Joseph Michael Zito, that's my middle name, Joseph Michael Zito Jr., congrats on graduating. That's all they did.
Oh, man. Well, I hope you get your graduation party one day.
Yes. That'd be cool. Like, I missed that and then I missed prom.
That's so tough. That's so tough. I can't imagine. Like, everybody lost something, and the fact that we're all still here 2 years later and we're trucking along and like, I gotta say, everybody deserves a round of applause because I don't think there's ever been an incident in the world that affected every single person globally. Yeah. Like crazy.
Like, well, at least I have a story to tell when I get older to my kids. You guys are lucky.
you do. So true. So true.
Yeah. Now, favorite band or artist and type of music?
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's a good question. I'm I'm so bad at discovering new music. Like I'm really bad at it. I have Shazam on my phone and I only discover new music if I'm like, oh, this song sounds fun, and then I'll Shazam it and then it's on my phone. But like I'm so bad. I still listen to like my high school favorites like Death Cab for Cutie and Snow Patrol and like all those like indie rock bands from, 2007. They're like still my go-to. I think I just re-downloaded the Backstreet Boys Never Gone album, which would have been like 2005 vibes. So I'm terrible at discovering new music. Absolutely awful. But if I had to choose like a recent artist that I know of and I like, I really do like Lizzo.
Ooh, okay.
Definitely into some Lizzo these days. I like Selena Gomez. I can't say I like Taylor Swift. I like some songs, but like I'm not a Swiftie. I'm definitely not a Swiftie at all.
So I get Taylor Swift. I'm gonna tell her she's not. I'm kidding.
Oh gosh, yes. You're like, oh, Taylor Swift is actually, she's next up.
She's actually gonna join this call in like 2 minutes. I'm kidding.
Yeah, sorry Taylor, I'm so sorry. Swiftie fans, I'm so sorry. I tried to download the Red album, like Taylor's version, and it was just like there's so many songs, and I just was like, I can't do this. So yes, unfortunately I'm not a Swiftie, but oh, I love Demi Lovato. Oh my gosh, I think she's like one of the most talented singers in the world. When she sings Stone Cold, like brings me to my knees every time. So yeah, honestly, I don't know. I really like Queen. I really like, like classic, like white people clubbing. And it's like 2:30 and everyone's drunk and like all the white people start going crazy for like the same songs every night. That's me. I'm quite musically uneducated. So
I bet my favorite band will surprise you.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, you mentioned the band. You actually said the band when you were going through bands.
Queen? Nice. Yes. My husband proposed to me with Somebody to Love, and then that was the song I walked down to the aisle to with the like violin string quartet version.
Oh.
So Somebody to Love is like, it's a huge part of like my husband and I's story, which is really lovely.
They had so many good hits too, like Freddie Mercury too. You want to talk about a voice? Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. Amazing. So good. Yeah, absolutely. Like classic rock and roll. I have to say, like, yes, it's my favorite. My dad raised me on classic rock, like Life is a Highway, Bohemian Rhapsody. Those are songs that I think I love because they tell a story. And I'm really into any song that tells a story. Like I'm obsessed with the Star is Born album. Oh my gosh. Our first dance was Music to My Eyes from Star is Born. Like I just, I do love Lady Gaga as well. So, okay, I gave you a lot of answers for somebody who doesn't like music, but here we are.
I bet this will surprise you too, because how they're technically still touring with their new singer.
Yeah.
I met Brian and Roger, the guitarist and the drummer.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Where'd you meet them?
It was on my brother's birthday in 2017 in Chicago. I was at the United Center. I don't know if you heard of that before.
Okay, I haven't.
Well, I was like backstage, and they were like Brian's like super tall, like the guitarist like giant. I mean, he like said, "Hey, buddy," and like grabbed me. I was like. The whole time.
I like that all these celebrities like tap you on the shoulder.
I know. It's
You're like, what have I done? It's pretty magical.
Yeah, they were super nice too. Like when you mentioned Queen, I was like, she likes Queen. That's
yeah. Oh yes, absolutely. That's so cool. I love it.
Thank you.
That's why you and I are going to be good on an island together.
Yeah, at least we have good music,
Exactly.
That'd be cool. Imagine, I wish I could have like went back in time and met Freddie though.
Yeah, me too. Me too, definitely. Freddie and then the Beatles. Like if I met the Beatles, actually, that's who I should have been on the island with. I should have been on the island with the Beatles. Imagine the stories.
Do you have a favorite Beatles member then, since you mentioned the Beatles? Because
it's got to be John. It's got to be John. I just think he was like. I love them all. I really do. George, I love them all for different reasons, but John was just He was the Beatles. I just think there wouldn't have been Beatles without him. And yeah, so many of their amazing songs came, from his soul. And I could talk about the Beatles all day. I love them.
Beatles, yes.
Yes.
So if I ever so happened to, I don't know how I would, Paul McCartney, would you?
Yeah, I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind.
But would you join those as co-hosts?
Yes, of course. Oh my God, yes. Sorry, I yelled that. Yes, of course I would. We would have so much fun. Oh my gosh. Do you watch Schitt's Creek?
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're throwing away the Beatles. We're throwing away Shirley Temple and Barack Obama. We'll keep you, Joe, on the island. But I am going to that island with Moira and Johnny and Alexis and David for sure. But no, Schitt's Creek is my favorite TV series of all time. I could interview Catherine O'Hara, honestly, any of them, Annie Murphy, I think all four of them are so incredible at what they did, and it would be a dream to work with any of them. So,
since you mentioned favorite shows and movies, since you're on that topic, technically, what kind of movies and shows do you like, Caitlynne?
Yes. Okay, well, Schitt's Creek is my favorite TV show for sure, hands down. I really I'm like everybody else right now on that Bridgerton kick. If I could get a role on Bridgerton one day, it would be so beyond insane. But yeah, definitely Bridgerton, definitely Schitt's Creek. I was a huge Corner Gas fan. I don't know if you ever watched Corner Gas. It's like the pinnacle of Canadian television. So I can't imagine you got a lot of Corner Gas happening in Chicago. But again, just Canadian humor that I find isn't overproduced or overplayed. So when you watch it, they don't do the poop jokes. They don't do the sex jokes. It's just original Canadian humor that I find so endearing and so charming. And the writing is just chef's kiss. But yeah, I would say those two TV shows were definitely my favorites. I loved Sex and the City, of course, growing up, one of my favorites too. We just finished Ozark. Loved Ozark, of course. Dexter, my husband and I just watched Dexter for the second time the whole way through, and then we finished with the new season. Dexter was, if I could be on a show like that, something with murder and blood, and I love that stuff. Getting shot in the face with blood is my specialty. Or Canadian humor, they're so similar. And then movies are tough. There's so much content out there nowadays that I find it's really hard to pinpoint what is good content being created right now and what is just content being created for the sake of content. A movie that we really liked. We watched Oculus the other day, which was a horror movie. Okay. It was pretty good. Some new horror tropes in there that I hadn't seen before, which I really liked. My favorite movie of all time is Jurassic Park. Ooh. So I gotta go with the classic Jurassic Park. I also love Titanic.
Ooh, okay.
Titanic is one of those movies you can it's on the TV at any point in the movie and I will stop what I'm doing and I'll sit down and watch it.
When my mom and I met somebody from Titanic, her crush in the movie, she almost had a heart attack. So,
thank goodness.
Do you know who Billy Zane is from Titanic?
Yes, of course.
When my mom met him, she was falling over. So
I would have done the same thing. That's so cool.
He was cool. He was nice. And then, can I recommend two shows for you?
Please, yes.
Okay. Have you ever seen From? It's called From. It's a new show. It's on Epix. It was filmed in Vancouver, actually. Okay. It's basically so these people, they're trapped in this town, and there's no way out. And these creatures come at night, and if you go, there's a curfew at 8 p.m. or something like that, and these creatures come at night. Okay. That sounds amazing. Mm-hmm. Scott McCord, from Total Drama's in it. He's one of the lead people. So. Okay, awesome. So, and then, have you ever seen The After Party? That's an Apple show, Apple Plus TV show. I don't think so. Basically, do you know who Ben Schwartz? He's in it, and do you know who Dave Franco is? Who he is? Not James Franco. James Franco is, right? Yeah. His brother Dave. Well, basically, Dave Franco, he gets killed at a party. And basically every episode, these people tell their story, like why they didn't do it and all that, and they try to solve who the murderer is.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, from and after party.
Yes.
Done. Cool. Thank you. I need some new stuff to watch.
I got you. They just ended their first season, 10 episodes. Okay. The after party's 8 episodes, and they just finished their first season.
Okay, amazing. Oh, good.
Got you. Sorry, I just like giving recommendations.
Please do. I need them desperately.
I got you. Now, here we go. Favorite sports and favorite teams. Do you like sports?
I don't sport at all. I'm a bandwagon jumper, so obviously I'm like jumping on the Battle of Alberta Flames team right now. I gotta stick with my Flames. They're my, they are my hometown team. But I know I'm definitely a bandwagon jumper. Like definitely, I'm rooting for the Flames. I'm gonna watch the playoff games as long as they're in it. But other than that, like no,
wow.
They're the worst.
Well, see, I'm a Canucks fan, but do you want me to tell you why now? Remember the story?
I do want you to tell me why you're a Canucks fan.
Okay, so when I was 3 years old, do you know who Marcus Naslund is all, or no? Marcus? Well, he was their captain at the time. When I was 3 years old. He, after practice, he said, "Do you want this, buddy?" It was actually a stick. The stick he used, and he gave it to me. Ever since then, Canucks fan.
Beautiful.
That's why.
That's really great. Yes, those moments make such a difference in people's lives, and you have no idea how like the smallest little gesture can change a person.
Yeah, that's now you know why I'm a Canucks fan. I have to,
You have to. Yes, I love it. Okay. I won't flack on you so hard, but I do have to say I'm still a Flames fan-ish. Bandwagon Flames fan.
So if I got anybody on from the Flames, would that be cool?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I actually interview a lot of athletes too. I've interviewed Edmonton Oilers legend Grant Fuhr. I found if you heard that.
Yeah, cool.
I've interviewed him. I've interviewed Tampa Bay legend Martin St. Louis.
Okay.
He played at Calgary for like 1 year.
Yeah, okay. And Calgary and Tampa had that big playoff battle. Like, oh my gosh, I want to say like 10 years ago now.
Time flies.
Time flies.
Now, what is your favorite food, Caitlynne? What's Caitlynn's
so many choices. Well, my favorite food. Well, I'm a vegan, so I have to say that any kind of like comfort food that like mom used to make but veganized is like the way to go. So like a good old mac and cheese, or like like a lasagna, or last night my husband and I, we just had like pierogies and Beyond sausage covered in gravy. We were like, that's dinner tonight. So like, like that good hearty comfort food for sure. I'm not like into like crunchy granola bowls or like acai bowls, where there's like couscous and lentils. Like, no. I want the hearty, meaty, as meaty as it can be without having meat in it. Delicious dishes. So that's what I love about Vancouver. Like the vegan restaurants here are just sensational. But I have to say, if I had to choose, ramen every day, all day, I would eat ramen. What's your favorite?
See, also I hear from Canadian people, they say poutine. I don't know if you ever had poutine. I hear that a lot.
They do. There are some really amazing poutines out there. I feel like most people usually eat poutine after like a night at the bar. Like they get out of the bar and they're really, feeling tipsy and they need like a salty snack to kind of make them not be so hungover the next day. That's when you go for poutine.
Yeah, see, my favorite food, I like pasta. I like pasta a lot.
So good. You can never go wrong with pasta.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Now, are there any projects you have in the works that are coming up? Anything coming up?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what I'm allowed to share. So this cartoon that I just did where I played 2 characters in it, I'm really hoping it goes to a streaming service because I'm so proud of the work that I did on it. It was one of my favorite cartoons I've ever done. I'm so hopeful that it'll be able to be, enjoyed all over North America. So fingers crossed on that. We finished recording that in April. So should hopefully find out pretty soon. And then I am coming back for a few episodes, season 16 of Heartland. So I'll be flying back to Calgary to shoot a couple more episodes of that.
And also coming back as Dawn.
Oh, hopefully. Like, yeah, hi everybody, I'm here. Don't forget about me.
Now, what is your advice for younger kids on becoming a voice actress and actress? What's your advice?
I love this question. My biggest piece of advice is like, you're gonna face rejection. It's a part of the thing. Every single day I get rejected more than I get a yes. And it hurts and it sucks and it can really, really like beat you down. As somebody who's kind of like, I hate to say it this way, but honestly, as somebody who's been rejected, in so many ways since I was, 10 years old, you got to build up a thick skin. But that's not to say that it ever gets easier. Like I found out last night that I didn't get a role in a theater production that I was really hoping for. And I'm like, how do I come back from this? How do I, wake up tomorrow morning and go, I did the best I could, I have to move forward, because sitting and dwelling on the negative or dwelling on the reasons why you didn't get it, like it doesn't serve a purpose. You just have to move on and you just have to try again the next day and you have to try your best the next day. I think, you also need to remember that seeds that you sowed 10 years ago might come back one day, okay, Total Drama, we recorded that, 15 years ago. Who's to say that they wouldn't come back and be like, hey, we do want Dawn back this year? You never know. The world is so crazy. There have been times where I've been on set and I've been given like the juiciest script of all time. And I'm like, this scene is going to be the one that puts me on the map and, makes me the actor that I want to be. And then, it's 12 a.m. midnight on set and they go, we're going to cut your scene. It's not important anyway. And then you don't get to do it. So you're like, oh, I just got here. I've done it. I've made it. And then there's still chances of things being taken away. You book Total Drama and you're so excited about it, you only make it 5 episodes. Not to say that I wasn't grateful for those 5 episodes or grateful for every moment and every scene that I have on set, because I am. But you have to be aware that like it doesn't happen overnight. I am still fighting every day to do the job that I want to do. Every actor out there, I nannied last week for an actress who's, on season 5 of a TV show. She's still going into her closet and recording voiceover auditions the same way that I go into my closet and record them. So just because, you're on a big show and you've done 5 seasons and you've got like 60,000 followers on Instagram doesn't mean that you're not just hustling for the next gig the way everyone else is. So, I think my advice is like, don't let the rejection beat you down. Keep going every single day, because it's been 22 years of me doing this career and I'm still being rejected and I'm still being beaten down and I'm still hustling every day for what I want. And then at the end of all of that, I think the most important part is like, be yourself. Like there are thousands of people out there that are already taken. So be exactly who you are, because the things that you have been through are so unique to you that they're going to take what you bring to that character to be uniquely your own. Like I don't ever read a script and think, well, I have to be this character. No. I just have to be myself. The character, it becomes me instead of me trying to become the character. So be yourself, love yourself. Don't worry about what you look like. Don't worry about what you weigh. That's wasted energy. Don't worry about the rejection, because you're not being rejected for personal reasons or for who you are. They just found somebody who was the character a little bit more than you. But that's not to say they don't love you or they're not going to bring you back for another part. Like you just never know. So don't get beat down and love yourself. Be yourself so authentically, because you're the only one that's you on this planet, and your stories are important and who you are is important and what you bring to this world is important. So I think the same goes for theater and film, is like bring yourself to it, because your stories are just as important.
I like that. I like to stay humble. Remember where you came from. I mean,
yeah, so true. You have to stay humble, because you just never know. Like we were talking about, what is the point of being mean to somebody? If I go set and I'm a diva, like I'm surefire I'm never gonna work again. And you know what I want more than anything else in the world? I just want to work. So yeah, you have to stay humble and be kind and never take the bookings for granted, at the same time as be kind to every person you meet. You never know if that woman in the waiting room is the director's wife or not. or if the woman in the waiting room is the director, you know, like you just never know.
I like that. Now, would you be willing to come back on for a part 2 answering some fan submitted questions?
Oh yeah, of course, I would love to.
Because that'd be cool. Like, cause I'm sure that because I'm in this total drama group, and they probably love to.
Yes, I would be honored to answer their questions. Absolutely.
That'd be cool because I'd be like so and so. Like for example, I don't know, like Dawn fan 123 asks. I mean, that'd be cool.
Yes, I would love that. And also, like, feel free to let everyone know, like, my social media channels. I'm definitely an open book when it comes to, like, questions or advice about, you know, film, TV, theater, animation. I love responding to people that love my work and appreciate my work. So, yeah.
Also, be positive, everybody. Sorry.
Be positive, everyone. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, Caitlynne, before I ask you my last question, do you have any questions?
I don't. I'm obsessed with your artwork behind you. Anytime people put time and effort into making something that like I brought to life, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Like we were talking about, I don't know how long it's been technically since Total Drama. I feel like it's been 15.
It's been, you were in 2012, so 10 years technically.
10 years. Wow.
That's still a lot of years. Sorry.
It's a lot of years. And the fact that people still love Dawn, like, it's so crazy to me. I never would have thought. I never would have imagined. So I will always give time to the people who appreciate the characters I brought to life because I can't believe that people still like them. So
it's crazy too. Like my Danielle, she was born in 2012, which is even more crazy too.
Oh my gosh, Joseph, no, don't tell me that. I feel so old. Oh God. It's good. And that's why I love, film and TV. It's because I will live on even when I'm gone. Even when I'm old and gray.
The impact that you left on Dawn, right? The impact?
Yeah, exactly.
Caitlynne, is there anything you would like to promote and shout out? Like I'll link down below in the video description.
Yes, now that I told you all, I have to blow my nose. I would love it.
I like to pull my boogers. I'm sorry.
No, you have to keep that in. It's who I truly am.
Like to promote
it all. Yes, please. If you're interested in like following along on my journey, seeing what I'm up to next, my Instagram handle is @KatieMed, CAITYMED. If you're interested in booking a princess cameo or you want a cameo from Dawn or anybody, I am on Cameo as well at Your Disney Princess. I am also on the TikTok if you want some like PG-13 plus Disney princess content. Definitely look me up on TikTok. Or you want to do Dawn TikToks in there as well. I don't know my username on TikTok. I think it's similar, but it's @Kate Medrek. So instead of Katie Med, it's Kate Medrek, CAITMEDREK. And I think that's it. Do people use Facebook anymore? I don't think so, but you could probably find me there too. Similar name.
Now, also, like side question that, what inspired YYC Princess? What inspired that?
Oh, that's a great question. I was just really sick of working jobs that I didn't like. I was tired of waitressing. I was tired of bartending. I was tired of dog walking. I was tired of being a barista, caterer. Like, I have done it all. Nanny, like, I did it all. And I just wanted something that fulfilled me when I wasn't on set or when I wasn't on stage. I needed something that was creative and allowed me to play. And, they say that you got to find what you loved as a child and do that as an adult. And that is basically what I did. I just decided I was going to start this company, and 6 years later, we're Calgary's biggest princess party company, and we've created magic for thousands and thousands of children. And it was the next right thing for me in my life at that time. So yeah, whether it was divinely inspired or serendipitously inspired, it was definitely the right time for it to be part of my world.
Like that. Does YYC stand for something?
Calgary. It's the airport code for Calgary.
Wow. Okay. I thought that was like Y was like somebody's name, and then C Caitlynne. That's why I thought. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's our airport code.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a cool name. YYC Princess.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We wanted it to stand out from every other company, so it just seemed like, yeah, the best choice for us, you know?
I like that. See, my YouTube now. My YouTube name is because my initials Joe Zito.
Yes.
Productions. These videos. Then 26 is my favorite number.
Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, it's a great name. It was easy to find you, which was perfect.
Thank you. Thank you, Caitlynne. Well, thank you, and Caitlynne, for being an awesome, amazing guest. I had a blast talking with you. It was an honor.
Thank you, Joe. You too. You're an awesome interviewer, and I'm so excited to see where you go and read your comedy scripts. And yeah, keep doing your thing because you're killing it.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, Caitlynne.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Yeah. Have a great day, everybody, and stay awesome. And you stay awesome, Caitlynne.
You stay awesome.